and welcome to the first episode of the Binkybean Makes podcast. I'm Hailey, also known as Binkybean on Instagram and binkandbub on Ravelry. I'm really excited to start doing this and scared shitless, to be honest. But I think it's gonna be like a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to jump in. Why am I starting a podcast? Because it sounds like fun, okay? And I've been a part of the knitting community in no way whatsoever. Like, I've been a creepy lurker for several years, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to like really be a part of it and meet people because I'm fucking lonely. It's true though, like I don't have a lot of like fiber friends or anything. And I would like to change that, and the way I've been doing it has not worked out for me, so I'm really being vulnerable and putting myself out there. We'll see what happens. I've tried to do this like a couple times throughout the years, and it just I never like follow through with it. I check it out like last minute, and I mean, that's okay, that's fine, but like maybe now is the time, right? Like maybe now it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I probably should have said this earlier, but this is swear friendly because I am an adult lady person with no filter, and I curse, and I can't not. So it might slip out every now and then. Sorry, maybe sensitive ears, children, not the best. Maybe. But yeah, I'm really excited. I want to share like all of my crafty endeavors. I do a lot of knitting. I do some crochet. I want to get back into sewing. I've dabbled in needle felting, and I really want to go hard in that. Cross stitch and like embroidery interests me, but I don't do it currently, and I can't promise anything. But my biggest thing that I really want, another reason to start this, is I want to learn how to spin and dye my own yarn. And I think this would be like a really awesome place to just like dump my journey, my progress, what I've learned, how I've messed up, because unfortunately that's part of the process. And oh my god, we have to talk later. Okay, at the end of this I have a big segment on failing and shit like that, okay? But it's later, it's not now, it is for later. Yeah, so I obviously want to share finished objects and like whips and knitting plans, get some advice, but like my main purpose of doing this is just to connect with other people, which again is all very new and hard for me. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's gonna go well. It's already going so well. So well. Anyway, let's just like jump right into it with some finished objects. I don't have a ton of like super recent ones, but since I've never done this, I grabbed like an older one to show too. Figured that might be fun. They're still like fairly recent. Finished it a month or two ago. So we'll just start with that. Like, I finished my On the Spice Market shawl by Melanie Berg. Ta-da! It's pretty big, and I'm sitting like way too close to like properly show you, but it's really happy and cheerful, and like I usually don't gravitate towards these colors, but I'm so glad I did because I was really stressed out at work, and this brought me so much joy. And then my little dog, you'll hear a lot about her because I'm obsessed. Her name's Maiden. She decided to eat a crap ton of chocolate in the middle of the night one night, and I was, oh my god, stressed out. She's fine. Everything was fine, but for like 2 days after that, I was freaking out. So bright, cheery projects, just, they help, okay? So I think I'm gonna try and do a little more. I used Madelinetosh for most of this. This was the antler colorway, the main color, the main silver. And then this was Daisy. This pink was Lay. This blue was Button Jar. And the orange was California Poppy. And then the green and purple were mini skeins of Hedgehog fiber. The green was Skinny Dip, and this purple was Hush. They were 20-gram mini skeins, and I have like a little teeny bit left over. I planned my colors. Let's talk about that. I planned my colors because the green and the purple were mini skeins, and she tells you like how much of each color you used, and those were the smallest amounts. So I knew that order, like those had to be those colors, or it wouldn't have enough. But here she is, so bright and perfect for spring. So there's that. That was really fun to make. I knit it in like 20 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. I also finished a pair of socks like super early. You guys are gonna be so proud because they're Christmas socks. 2 of them, baby. Look at that. I'm so ahead of the game. I finished these sometime last month. They're just the West Yorkshire spinner in the fairy lights, and then this is also West Yorkshire spinner in Cayenne, I think. It's an afterthought heel, 64 stitches. Yeah, pretty cute. Ahead of the game, baby. That's how we like it. We are just zooming through these. And then I have one more finished object, but she is a beaut. Okay, you guys. I knit this bulky, beautiful project just in time for a fucking heat wave. Because I'm smart. But I'm gonna be so prepared come fall and winter. Like, it's the Wilderness Sweater by Linka Neumann. Look at that. Look at that. And it fits, okay? That's the real tea. It fits, because I was nervous. I was so nervous that it wasn't gonna fit, because my weight's been creeping up while I worked on this, so I was like, oh no. This green, it's all in the Alafosslopi or whatever, the recommended yard. It's all in that brand. The main is the garden green. We have the amber heather for the little gold, chocolate heather, I think, and then ecru heather. It sucks. I bought enough for one size. Like, I picked out a size and I bought exactly that much yarn. And then I cast on and I was like, no, I need to go up a size. So I did. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna run out of green. Well, I didn't. But with seriously like 5 rows left on this panel, the natural color, I ran out. So I had to like make a mad dash because I was deadline knitting this, because that's fun. I had to like go and buy another skein for seriously 5 rows that were like decreased rows. Probably so stupid. Anyway, and then I bought, since I ran out of that, I bought a second ball of the amber heather, and I got to this portion with the first ball of yarn, and in the pattern you're actually supposed to, there's supposed to be a band before the ribbing of heather, of the amber heather, all the way around. And I had run out, like I wasn't gonna make it with my first ball of yarn. So I did have the second ball and I could have cracked it open, but I didn't want to for 1 row. So I skipped it. And so I have a fresh, brand new ball of the amber heather color just in there. And that's okay. I really like this sweater. And okay, so it's like itchy, it's a little rustic, itchy, right? I've worn it without like a t-shirt. I haven't worn it like all day. So that's the thing, I don't know. I've tried it on with like no t-shirt, so it's like fully next to skin. And it's not like super duper cozy soft. It's a little scratchy, but it's not unbearable. But I don't know. Because I haven't worn it all day. But for the brief period that I wore it with just nothing next to skin, it was fine. This I really wanted done. I have a camping trip coming up, and I think this is like the perfect camping, hiking, outdoor sweater. So I'm super excited, and it's super cute. Like, hello, look at those paw prints. So yeah, now I have a little bit of leftover, and I'm really excited because Maiden, like, she needs a matching one, duh. Obviously, of course I have to knit my dog a matching sweater. So, and she's gonna be really excited for it, because when I was working on this, I would set it on the couch for like 2 seconds and she would climb on it. She very much likes it. She likes the yarn, I don't know. So she deserves it. She's a good girl, and she deserves the world. Throw that down there. So those are like my only finished objects. I do have some half objects that I can show that, yeah, let's start with that. I have a sock in front of me. This one sock, has been done, I don't know, it's been like a year or something. Almost, maybe. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, and all I have to do is make the second one. I'm normally not that person with the second sock syndrome. In my defense, I did a black little toe, because why not? And then I did the black up top. This is for my husband, Robbie. I have started this a couple times and I've messed up the toe. I don't know why. I've done this. I've done toe up socks a million times. Not my go-to method, not my favorite method, but I wanted to try this heel for him, just for shits and giggles. So anyway, I have started the second sock. It has bit me in the ass like 3 times, and then I got mad and cranky, and so they were in timeout. But this yarn was the August colorway last year from Linka Fiber Arts, in the Shontay You Stay colorway. RuPaul, little quote for you. Me and my husband both love Drag Race, and we love RuPaul, so I had to buy it, and his birthday's in August, and it was August colorway, so duh, like I had to buy it for him. And then this is just a random black skein. I have no idea. It is black and it is sock yarn. That's all I could tell you. That's all you get from me, baby. But it is a ribbed pattern that it's nothing fancy. It's like a 3x1. I'm like looking at it. Yeah, it's like a 3x1 rib. With, I don't know the name of this heel actually. It's the one you just like increase from toe up. So there it is. A little hoe. Little hoe for my hoe. I do feel really bad every time I look at these, because he deserves a second sock. He's very knitworthy, and he deserves a second sock. And also, like, this color is just so good, and I'm kind of mad that I'm like, here, Robbie, you can have this awesome sock in this awesome color. I should have kept it for myself. But anyway, there's Robbie's one sock for a year. Poor guy. My other hoe is another poor Robbie project, and it is ugly. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It is hideous. It's a little mitt, another little ribbed item. Okay, but ribbed mitts, they look so stupid. Okay, so don't judge it that harshly. It's not its fault, but I'll show it to you. Oopsie. Doesn't it just look stupid? It's not its fault, and it's like not the pattern or the designer's fault. It's just, they look so dumb. Like off a hand, you think, ew, thanks. But like, I swear it's a functional mitt, and it's fine. Everything's fine. Doo-doo! And This poor guy. Okay, so he has one, and he has one because like 2 years ago I knit him one marled, another marled one, fingerless mitt, and then I was like, oh, I really like that yarn. It was like the Patton's Croy, like striped, and I held it with a black, just like this one. And I was like, man, I really like that yarn. And so I stopped, and knit one, stopped, knit myself a pair of socks, and then I didn't have enough to do the second one. So I like tossed it or something. That's fine. He didn't get it, is the moral of the story. And then I knit him this one, so I don't know, last month, 2 months ago or something, and I didn't cast on the second one because I'm like, it's a little mitt. I have that knocked out in 2 seconds. I don't need to cast it on. I don't need to work on it. Psh, it's so easy. But I'm starting to think that like he's only gonna have this one, and I'm gonna get distracted, and then he'll just have one mitt. So poor guy. I gotta step it up. Okay, I'm gonna step it up. I'm gonna cast the second one on today. That's what I'm gonna do. The second one will be cast on today. So the yarn anyway is 2 strands held together, double, so like the marled. The black is actually like a wool light. I think that's what it's called. It's like an acrylic fingering weight. I think you can get it at like Michael's or something. I bought a whole bunch of it and I didn't like it, to be honest. But I'm trying to use up my stash, so I figured marling it is a great idea. So that's what I'm doing, and it's working great. So I think I'm gonna do a lot more of that, because I have like a brown, a white, a silver, a green, and then the black. So I have options. And then the blue, I actually don't know the colorway, but it's really vibrant and really great. Is from Knitted Wit. She had like a mystery grab bag sale where you pay, I don't remember what, and you got like, I don't know, like the end of skeins or like one-off colors. I got a shit ton of yarn for the price that it was. Like, it was incredible. I got this blue, and they were like full skeins. It did mention that they might not be quite full skeins, but most of mine were full skeins. I did get like a 50 something gram one too, but I got this blue. I got like a hot pink. I got a pink and purple variegated, and I got 2, which was probably like a skein and a half, because the weights were kind of off, but of like a pink and purple. Did I say that? There was like a pink and blue and a pink and purple. It was like purple and blue. I don't know. I got a shit ton of yarn. It was a great price. Like, I don't remember, but anyway, none of them had color names, because they were like one-off or oopsies, and then like the end of skeins, or just using up skeins to like soak up dye. So they're all rando. They're all great though. So I've used this blue in another pair of mitts, the fighting words, the ones that are like bam pow. I used that blue and that pink from Knitted Wit. I really like her yarn. So there is Robbie's sad little mitt. It's gonna get cast on today, okay? I swear it, or I'm in trouble. I have everything here. I have needles you can't see, but I know they're in there. Here's the blue by itself. It's a really pretty blue. It's like very vibrant. Ooh. They do a lot of bold colors. I really like them for that. But yeah, I have the yarn and the needles, so it'll get cast on, okay? And then that'll be really fast and easy. So there's that. Now for whips. That will be a whip today. I'm gonna cast on the other sock too, okay? I'm gonna do that today, maybe. Today, they're both getting cast on. And then other than that, I only have one whip, and it's not exciting at all. And that's not sarcasm, like, it's legit not exciting, and you're gonna be like, what the hell? What the hell, Hailey? What are you doing? It's in this cute little bag that I got from my friend Andy, who y'all probably know. Andy the knittress. I think like she takes pity on me because I refuse to buy knitting bags, and she's always giving me bags because she's awesome. Duh, like she's just the best. She's just honestly a great person, and I'm so glad I met her. I guess I should go back a little because I said I don't have any fiber friends. I have one, and her name is Andy, and she's great. And if you don't follow her, you should, because she has a kick-ass podcast and she has a shop. She's Andy the knittress and also the naughty knittress. You need to check her out because she's amazing. She's an amazing maker, and she's just an amazing person, and I love her a lot. So there, and I said so. That's it. I said so. Anyway, long story long. Are you ready? You're gonna kick me. Oh, you're gonna kick me because it's all tangled. I'm making a second pair of Christmas socks. Doo-doo. So it's just like the pair finished, except I'm not done. This is the first one. Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be exactly like the first pair, 64 stitches, afterthought heel. I don't like my socks super long, so I always make them on the shorter side. I say it's a stylistic choice. I have chunky legs. I have chunky legs, and I know I could cast on more on top and then decrease down to fit my foot, but no. I will just stand by my decision to make shorter leg socks. I'm knitting 2 of these, in case you're wondering, not for myself. I'm gonna gift a friend a pair. She's a really knit-worthy person in my life, and I knit her a pair of socks recently, like this past year, and she really loves them. And Christmas last year was really rough for her, so I just think, I don't want to say too much, but I know she's gonna need like a pick-me-up around that time. So matching Christmas socks for me and her. I think that'll be really fun. Those will get done like so fast. Another reason I haven't picked them up is I just have this like, oh, I'll be done with that so fast. I don't need to work on it. Stupid. So stupid. But yeah, that's all I'm working on. I had more. You know what? I guess now is the time. Now is the time to talk about it. I had more that I was working on, and it wasn't going well. I actually don't work on a ton of projects at a time. I'm more of a monogamous knitter. I like a couple, like I'll have a pair of socks and maybe a bigger project. I don't have whips on whips on whips. No, I can't. So like a small variety, but I'm pretty monogamous. Like a project that needs my brain, and then a no brain project, which would be a sock, always. So I didn't have a ton, and I took some time off work, and I really wanted to spend this time making and resting and recharging. Like, oh my God, my soul needs it so bad to like recharge. And that's not happening, which is fine. It's fine. I tried some projects. This is what I was talking about the failing. I went through my stash and I'm trying to use it up. I'll circle back to that later. Everything's a big fucking clusterfuck over here. I'm all over the place, okay? I picked out some yarn in my stash. I'm trying to use it up. I had like a gold and an orange and then like a variegated fall color, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna crochet. It's been forever since I've crocheted. I'm gonna make some little pumpkins. And so I got through like 95% of crocheting like a golden pumpkin. I was really enjoying the pattern, really liked it, was really excited to finish it, and I ran out of fucking yarn with like 2 rows on the body left, and like the decreasing section, I don't know, I didn't read that far ahead in the pattern. Bad maker, but yeah, I was almost done with it and I ran out of yarn, and I was really, really grouchy about it. And that's okay. A friend suggested that I just throw in another color, like an orange little stripe, and I could have done that. I thought about like ripping it out completely and going down a couple hook sizes. That might have given me enough wiggle room to like complete it. I could have bought another skein. That was another option. It wasn't a full skein when I grabbed it out of my stash, so I think I would have technically had more yarn after the project, and I really wasn't excited about that. I don't have a lot of acrylic left in my stash, and I don't really want to add more because I just don't use a lot of it. So yeah, that wasn't an option. It wasn't like the designer's fault or the pattern's fault. It was just, I don't know. I was already having such a crummy week. And you know when you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great, and you're so excited, and then I was just like so disappointed. And I threw it away. I just took my hook out and I threw it away. I threw the project away. And I know that some of you were like, ah! It was cheap yarn. I don't care. Even if it wasn't, I don't really care. It was an enjoyable process, and I am very much a process maker. So I don't feel bad about it. I do not feel bad about it at all. It served its purpose. When I was working on it, I was very happy, very, very much enjoyed that experience. And I don't want to like stress or fuss or be grouchy about making. That's stupid. I do this to be happy. So I just threw it away, and I don't feel bad about it. And that's a valid option. And if you are unhappy, you could just cut the yarn and throw it away. I've done it 1,000 times, and I'm gonna keep doing it 1,000 times. So then I was like, well, that sucked. I really wanted a happy project. And I was enjoying the crochet. It's been a hot minute since I've busted out a hook. So I went and looked through patterns, and I found a little tiny unicorn, and I actually got the leftovers from the shawl, this button jar color in the blue, and I started crocheting like a little teeny tiny unicorn, and it was gonna be so cute, and I knew it was gonna be so cute, and I was very excited. And I crocheted the whole body. And when I was working on it, okay, I didn't miss anything. My stitch counts were right. It just was a funky moment, I think. I think my gauge was off too. I think my gauge was taller than theirs, because I got done with everything and it just looked so funky. Like I had it stuffed and it was kind of laughable. The pattern was like very round and cute, and like my head came out so long, and I did the number of rows. I did all the right stitch counts. My head was very long. It was a little funny looking, and my body was like really boxy and not like round and cute. So I was really pissed because I was like, why is nothing turning out? You know that little like dopamine rush you get when you finish a project? I was desperately searching for that. And no, the universe said, no, not for you. No, 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 not this week. And that's okay too. I had a lot of fun crocheting it again. It was a pleasure to work on. It did not turn out. So I started like ripping it out. There we go. Because I was like, well, I really like this yarn. I'm not going to throw away this yarn, because I had like 50 something grams left of that blue color, and I was holding it together double. So I had used up quite a bit, and I was like, well, that's just a waste. I don't want to make this scrap even smaller. So I started ripping it out to like rewind it back in the ball. And I don't know, I've never had this happen. It wouldn't unwind, like it wouldn't rip out of the crochet stitches. It was just making this horrible ripping noise and like not going anywhere. It was so weird. So I cut the yarn and I fucking threw the thing away. And again, I don't feel bad. I really enjoyed doing it. It got my hands warmed up into crochet, and realized that like yeah, that kind of sounds fun. So I might go look for another project to make that's crochet. And hopefully it turns out better. And if it doesn't, that's also okay. Like, I do this for fun and because I enjoy it. The like finished object is just a bonus for me. Like at the end of the day, it's like, oh cool, I also have the sweater, but it's the hours. Like I enjoy it and I would do it even if I didn't get the item at the end. So it's just okay. I just feel like, I don't know why I'm defending myself so much, but I just want to reiterate that, like, if you just enjoy it to do it, just do it. If you have to throw some projects away, just, who gives a shit? If you fuck up, that's fine. This is a judgment-free zone, so whatever. And if you're happy and you're not hurting anyone, fuck it. That's all I gotta say. But no, that's not all I gotta say. I have many more fails I brought along with me. So you heard about my crochet fails. I also have a knitting fail. Are we surprised? Let me grab it, hang on. I have a little chair set up and Maiden has made herself a bed. Okay, here's my knitting fail. These little gnomes that everyone is making, they're so cute, right? I'm gonna remake him. That's why he's here. He just needed to be in timeout. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't love the ribbing, if I'm being completely honest. And I say he's a fail because, like, it just looks messy to me. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm just not a fan. And then this yarn is like a Knit Picks, the chroma fingering, I believe, and it's thinner. Like, it's thinner than this hat yarn. I really like how his little hat turned out. I think the tension is fine. The gauge is fine. I guess it's more the gauge. The gauge is fine on this yarn. And this one, I don't know if it's the ribbing. I don't know if it's because the yarn is thinner, or both. But, like, I can see the stuffing and I can see, like, the little beans in there, which I've never done before. So I tried. But yeah, he's got him in there. Yeah, I hate his body. I fucking hate it. And he's so cute. I've seen, obviously, all the finished pieces, and I'm like, no, like, he can't be busted, okay? He can't have a shitty little body. He needs to be done right. So either I'm going to go down a needle size. I don't want to. I would have to go down to a 0, and that sounds gross. Or I'm gonna find a plumper yarn and just be mindful, and I might skip the ribbing. My ribbing looks like shit, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I don't like it. Everyone else's seems fine though, but I really am not enjoying that. It just looks so messy to me. So anyway, there's an example of one that I'm not going to throw away. I am just gonna cut his little booty and unravel. And I think I can save his hat if I remember. I don't remember. It's been a while. I think I can. And if I can't, fuck it. I'll just knit the whole thing again. Because I really want him done. He is the Leave Gnome Stone Unturned. He has a little backpack and a little baby dude, which will be really cute. So yeah, there's another fail, a knitting fail. Because we're going to show it all here. The good, the bad, the ugly, the questionable, the, oh my God, Hailey, shut up, no one cares. All of it. You just get all of it. I was worried about being vulnerable, and I think I've gone too far. Not my problem anymore. It's already done. I have more fails. I fail a lot, y'all. So that's okay. That's okay. Because sometimes your fail is still a win, okay? Let's talk about that. I have to, like I said, get Maiden off of these. So this was one of the very first shawls I made. It was written for a single skein of fingering weight yarn. And I did not understand gauge. I didn't understand tension. I was like, they said a fingering weight, like one fingering skein. Oh my God, my brain. One fingering weight skein of yarn would make a shawl. And I didn't understand why it came out so tiny. It could just be like a teeny tiny kerchief, but like, I don't know. I'm a tall, big lady and this shit looks ridiculous. Okay. It's not a shawl for me, but I kept it because I really like the yarn. I always plan on unraveling it and putting it in a different project. I don't remember the pattern. I do not. I also do not remember the yarn. Bad maker, but it's really pretty. So I kept it because it was my first one and I was like, it doesn't work, but I was still proud of it. And like I said, I always planned on unraveling it and doing something else. But it has a purpose. It does. It is now Maiden's, and I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, and I am a little crazy dog mom, but she uses it a lot actually. So if you have projects that you are unhappy with or you think is a total fail, if you look at them in a different light, you might be surprised, because she uses this as a little blanket, but also I will literally like fold it up like a bandana and tie it around her, and it's like a wearable blanket. And I know what you're thinking, that's stupid. And it's a little stupid, which is why I like it. It's ridiculous and it makes me extremely happy. It also makes her extremely happy. She's a small like Chihuahua wiener dog mix. She's just a little mutt. She's adorable. She loves blankets. She loves clothes. Don't come at me. I swear, she loves clothes, okay? I know people are gonna be like, she's a dog. She doesn't love clothes. She loves clothes, okay? When I take a sweater or like a t-shirt out, she runs over and like tries to like nudge her head in the opening. And she does the same with these little shawls. And it's just cute, right? Like, it just makes me happy. And I swear she likes it. She'll even go to her little, like, we used to have a little basket that she could reach, and she would like be nosing around. We're like, oh, do you want a sweater? And we would put it on her and she'd get all excited. So yeah, she likes it. And I like looking at her in teeny tiny shawls. And it's my house, so it's my rules. And my dog looks great in them. You're just jealous that she's so fashionable. So I mean, it was a technical fail, but also a win, and Maiden has a beautiful accessory. Second shawl for my dog is this one, which I do know shit about this one. So this started out as, oh shit, maybe I don't. Cosmic Girl. Sounds familiar to me. I think that was the pattern. It started with this like striping section. No, I don't remember. One of these sections came first, a solid and then a stripey, and then yes, solid stripey, and then it had a big lace section, and I messed up in the lace and I ripped back a couple times, and I was always off on my stitch count, and I know I probably could have kept going and nobody would have noticed, but it bothered me, and I kept trying to fix it and I couldn't fix it. So I just like threw it in a bag and shoved it in a corner and didn't look at it. And then when I was cleaning my stash one day, I was like, that's a shame. And it was getting all tangled because it was just thrown in with a bunch of other shit. And I cut the yarn off the project to like rewind into balls, but I left it on the needles because I was like, well, I can go back and I'll just continue striping, or I'll make some shit up and I'll just, whatever, it doesn't have to be that pattern, but I'll keep going. And then I never did until months and months later, maybe a year later, I was cleaning out stash this time and I was like, girl, just throw it away. And I was just about to rip the needles out. And I was like, wait a minute, give it to Maiden. So I just bound off. And I was so lazy. I didn't even go get the balls of yarn. I cut, oh my God, this is so good. Hailey, cut in corners. I didn't go get a ball of yarn to reattach to bind off. I used the tails. So like where I cut the yarn, I used that tail to bind off. And then of course I ran out. And so I had like little tails throughout here, and I just broke them off and I knotted it together because it's for a dog, and just kept binding off, and I made it work. And it doesn't matter, and Maiden doesn't know, but like, look, can you see that little end? There's all these like little knots. Okay, my dog doesn't know. She's never gonna, now you're gonna tell her though, then I'll be in trouble. But no, so boom, Maiden got another shawl, baby. When we had that heat wave, we were like blasting our AC because it's hot. And Maiden kept like getting under the couch blanket because it was so cold from the AC. So, hi, good morning. So I actually got this out for her and covered her up. And then she wore it one of the days. She looks really cute. Also, can you tell I like color? I like a certain color. These are pretty similar. Yeah, I gotta expand her color palette. I'm sure that's what she's dying for. Yeah, again, like it could have been a fail. It could have just gone in the trash. I could have kept going, but I didn't really want to. And now Maiden has a little blinky slash doggy shawl, and that's okay. It has new life, and I'm happy, she's happy. It's a little weird, and that makes me happy. It does make me want to make her more though, because she's really cute in them. I do have some pictures of her wearing it. I swear she wears it and she's happy, and she'll leave it on all day. Like a wearable blanket for a Chihuahua. They're into that. They're so into that. So into that. I have one more fail, and I'm gonna have to move my dog because she is on it. Like fully on it. The other one, she was like kind of on it. She's gonna be pissed. She was holding all my stuff, so sorry. I found this. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Oh my God. I should go to jail for this. There, here, have your shawl. Lay on that. I found this in a cupboard. I started making this, I don't know how long ago. It's like a Tunisian crochet blanket. Just out of acrylic, but I got pretty far. It's pretty large. And again, I really enjoyed it. I made a smaller one a couple years back, like a white, pink, and blue one, like baby size, and are you shocked? I gave it to Maiden. It was her crate blanket. She loved it. Anyway, I found this. I didn't have any of the other colors, like I had used them all up, and it had been years and years in my closet. I still have ends to weave in. Like I didn't weave them in. But I was like, I'm not gonna throw that away. I got pretty far, but I don't feel like figuring out what yarn it is or anything like that. So guess what? It's Maiden's blanket. Go figure. She's knit worthy, okay? She makes me happy. But yeah, she got herself a sweet little blanket, and I'm not gonna weave in the ends. I don't care. Maiden doesn't care. It's fine. This is actually our bathroom blanket. This is too much. This is way too much information, but I've already said it. I've already gone out and said it. She follows me everywhere, and I love it. Here, Mimi, have your blanket. She follows me everywhere. I love it. So if I go to take a shower, she runs in the bathroom, and we have little bath mats and stuff, but she doesn't like it. So when we were like go take a shower, since she's gonna follow us, we would put a blanket down because we're caring parents. And now it's that blanket and it stays in my bathroom. And it's her bathroom blanket. And it's a little weird, but that's fine. Being weird is fine. It's all fine. It's all good. I don't care. Can't make me feel bad about it. She's happy and that's all that matters. So yeah, those are my fails. Hopefully I don't have to share like a ton of those going forward, but shit happens and that's okay. And I like being transparent, and sometimes it doesn't work out and that's really okay. So if you have a project that doesn't work out, it's okay. It's okay. If you throw it away, it's okay. If you give it to your dog, it's okay. Everything's fine. It's just crafting, right? It's supposed to make us happy. So for future crafting, because I don't have a lot going on my needles, I'm really looking forward to a bunch of stuff. I have some stuff I want to show, and I want to get some opinions, because I have some fiber that I bought that I've never worked with, and I don't know what's the best use. So let's talk about some projects that I do have yarn for, and like I do know what they're gonna be. I only brought one, but I really want to make the boho blush shawl by Andrea Mowry. I think it has some brioche and some lace. I've never done brioche. I've done very little lace, so I'm a little worried. I have 3 skeins of this, but I only have one here to show. I want to do it in this color. This is Binkybean Makes. She did Taco Bell yarn. I bought a lot because duh, like I can't not buy it. But this is the Loco Taco colorway. It's not open anymore. She's doing like a Shakespeare collection now, which they all look great, but I spent all my money on Taco Bell yarn. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. I have a couple more projects I'm going to show with other Taco Bell yarn, just because like I can't wait to use it. But I did get 3 skeins of this, and I think it's going to be really pretty. So I do want to make that. There will be mistakes, and that's okay. It's going to be, I think it's going to be really awesome, and like a really good fall piece. Oh, so good. So that's first up, I guess. Not that they're in any order, but that is something that I want to make. Boho blush, Andrea Mowry, in the Binkybean Makes Loco Taco. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I also, in that like Halloween theme, I bought Sweet Georgia. This is the DK base in ultraviolet. I got this. I hate purple. I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hate purple. But the yarn was on sale. And this was the color that I could get a sweater's quantity in. It's fine. I just really don't like purple. This purple is like acceptable. It's not like, it doesn't make me want to scream or anything. But if I'm being honest, I would rather not have a purple item, but I guess we're growing as people today. I think a purple for this pattern will be fine though. The pattern I'm talking about is the Carved Pullover by Emily Haver, Emily. Yeah, anyway, Carved Pullover. It's the one with like the little jack-o'-lantern face with the yarn overs. It's like a little cropped sweater. I think purple would actually be really cute. Because for some reason I'm stubborn and I was like, I'm not doing orange. I don't want to do orange. If it were up to me, it would be lime green, or some green. I really like green. But I think this is actually gonna be really cute, and I should stop being a purple hater. I really would like to get that done by Halloween. That would be ideal. So yeah, hopefully I cast it on soon, because that would be really nice. And I've only knit 2 sweaters. That wilderness sweater was my second one, but I'm like, ooh, I want another sweater on the needles because yeah, I'm just into that. So I want to keep that momentum going. I just think it's a lot of fun. Plus it's perfect timing with the holiday coming up. So yeah, I have a feeling I'll cast that on very, very, very soon. What else did I want? I have some baby knits to make. My best friend had a baby in June and I was like, I have time. I've been saying that the whole like pregnancy. I was like, I have time. I have time. It's a baby. They're so fast. Oh my God, this is a pattern. Are we seeing this? And then the baby showed up and I was like, it's summer. I have time. I really got to get on that. So baby knits, in the future, I don't have anything like super specific planned because they're all so cute. So whatever I feel like when I sit down to make them is what he'll get. Oh yeah. So another Taco Bell project. Let me grab it. Chair is squeaky. Sorry. This is the fiber or the yarn that introduced me to Binkybean Makes. She was doing a Taco Bell mystery club and this was the last one and it was 90s taco throwback. It kind of looks like the old school Taco Bell colors. I just got such a kick out of it. And so that was like the first introduction to her yarn that I had, and I was like, oh my God, yes. But it was the last one, so I was like, well, at least I got one. And then she opened up pre-orders for the rest of it, and I was like, yeah. But this is the one that started it all. So I bought a couple colors, and I'm thinking, I think these are gonna go together. I'm so bad at putting together colors, which is why I usually stick to like green. I'm really not great at it. But I also got her tortilla colorway. It's like a really great neutral. Like, whew, that's good. I don't really care for neutrals, but I had to have this one. And her Baja Blast, it's called Having a Blast, inspired by Baja Blast drink. This is the one, I was supposed to just get this because I was like, I need it so bad in my life. But I was thinking these might be really great together. But again, I'm not good with color, but I feel like they'll go good together and it's enough contrast. I don't know. I can always see and rip it out if I hate it, but I really think, I don't know. I think it's gonna work. I think it'll look good. I'm considering the Beach Days wrap by Tracy Miller from the Grocery Girls. So it's a big like rectangular wrap with some, oh shit, what's that called? The fan and flare or something lace. I don't know, like woo. Anyway, she uses 3 colors in hers, like 2 solids and a variegated. So I think this would look really cute and very springy, summery. I think it would be really cute. So what do you guys think? Yay or nay? Anyway, yeah, so I'm considering that. Probably will, to be honest. And then, like I said, if I don't like it, whatever. But if I do like it, then yay, keep going. That would be great. Pop those down there. And then, while looking for patterns, I keep seeing the rocket tee. I don't have any like mohair or any lace weight that I could use. I have seen some projects that were 2 fingering. I need to look at the specifics of like yardage for each. Cause I think I want to make one of those. I just don't know how soon it's going to happen. I'll make one, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know when time wise it's going to be, but, maybe that. Let me back up and tell you, I have more Taco Bell yarn. Okay. I bought a little extra. I bought 2 skeins of this. It's the guacamole colorway, okay? And I also bought black bean, which is called Cool Beans, based off of black beans. Again, Mezzo Makes, Taco Bell collection. I have a problem. I really like it. I thought I bought 2 skeins of this, and I was gonna make a Starflake by Stephen West. Ooh, that'd be good. But I didn't. I only bought 1. So I would like to use them together. I don't have to. It's just I don't have a project in mind for these. So that's why I'm thinking, depending on the yardage, like maybe a rocket tee, but I have not looked into it because, are we surprised? Just bad planning on my part. If you have any recommendations on 3 skeins with like 2 colors, let me know. Maybe a rocket tee. Maybe I have been eyeing just recently from Wool & Pine. It is the Snow Pine sweater, and it uses 3 colors. Again, have not looked into yardage. Need to do that. But I have some options depending on if it'll work out. They use 1 color for the body and 1 color for the sleeves. So the sleeves are different colors than the body. And then there's like little flecks of color work. So that's another color. And I was like, oh, like the body and like the sleeves. And I have some options that I pulled from Stash. Depending on yardage, I need to look into that. This is just all dream planning. And then, yeah, another skein for the little flecks of color. I think that would be really cute. Or maybe this would be the flex. And then the other option would be the sleeves. I'm not sure. I have this almost full skein. The only trouble with this is the dyer. It was like a special colorway and the dyer is no longer dyeing. So this was Honeybee Knits. She has a podcast. I believe her name's Melissa. It was like her Halloween advent, and this was the full skein. And I've used a little bit of it, so it's like the majority of a skein. Again, I really need to look at yardage because I think that would be really cute. Or maybe not even for this pattern, but like these together would be cute. It's just really cute. I loved everything that she dyed. I love her podcast. But she's no longer dying, and that's okay. She had to step back, and that's fine. So I've kind of been like hoarding it, and I have a lot of the minis still because I'm like, oh, I love them. I need to use them, and I'll love them. So like, I don't know. I really got to look at yardage because I think that would be so cute. Then more Mezzo Makes. She had a mystery skein sale where they were like on sale. That's why it was a sale, for non-repeatable color, like one of a kind. So I bought 2 and I thought, oh, they might actually both work. Again, there's no colorway name and there's pet hair. Okay. I have pets and I'm a mess of a person. So I'm sorry, keep your expectations low and we'll both be happy. But yeah, this one has like purples and pinks and some blue and green, and it's like moody. And then I also got this one, again, no colorway name, they're not repeatable. Oh, that's good. I think that one of these would also look really good. So I don't know. And I don't even know if it's enough yardage because, again, bad maker, not doing your homework, but just dreaming like, ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Ooh, it just looks good. Anyway, Snow Pine sweater. I think I need to make one because I'm obsessed with trying to find colorways. Here you go, Mimi. Yeah, like it just sounds good. I think I'm gonna need to make one. And if I have enough yardage, it will be in those ookie kooky spooky colors. So the last thing I have to talk about, I have some yarn that I got because the fiber content interests me and I don't know what to do with it, and I bought one skein. So this is from Shaggy Bear Farms here in Oregon. I'm from Oregon, by the way. An hour in. Hi. It is BFL and silk, like a 50-50. And I got this like neutral color. I don't know what to do with it. I've heard silk can be really strong. Like you can use it in socks, I think. Is that the best use? I don't know. Silk is also drapey, yeah? So it's really pretty though. Any ideas on what to do with a 50-50 BFL silk? Let me know. Let me know. And then I went to my first Fiber Fest back in June with my friend Andy. And I'm going to another one in October. We will talk about that in a second. And while I was there, I had not organized my stash yet. I say organized loosely. And I didn't know what to buy. I bought 2 rando skeins. They're lovely, but it was like, oh, I should buy this one. I bought a self-striping. It's great. I love it. It's cute. And I bought this one from Alexandra, The Art of Yarn. I bought it specifically because it's merino, yak, and silk. And I have not knit with yak. So I needed it. And again, bought one skein because, why not? What do I do with it? What is yak best for? What should I avoid? I don't know. It's super soft, and silk adds drape, and it's soft. So I'm like a one skein shawl or cowl. Like, yeah, it's pretty soft. But I don't want to fuck that up and then my dog have a yak shawl. I don't know. It's very pretty. Like, I also know that like a hat or whatever, easy. But just if you have insight on the fibers and what I should do with it, let me know. I would appreciate it. Yeah, because again, I don't want to knit a failed project that I give to my dog because I want it. I want it. So yeah, those are my little cues for you. I keep mentioning that I organized my stash. I went to that Fiber Fest and I was just buying random shit. I only bought 2 skeins. I'm not really a big yarn spender. That Taco Bell yarn thing was like really out of character, but a bitch loves Taco Bell. Like, I couldn't say no. I was obsessed. So like there's probably not going to be a lot of acquisitions on here because that's just, I don't really do that. I organized my stash though to know what I have. I have a lot of fingering weight. It's my preferred weight. I like that. So I counted up, I pulled out everything, laid it out, took pictures, counted all my full skeins, organized it by fiber, by like weight, and then by fiber. I even went through all of my scraps and weighed them. And I had the 50 and over and the under 50 grams and sorted those out and weighed them all. So I knew how many grams of scraps I had because I want to use it. I have a tendency to, no, because then I won't use it. Or like, not I won't use it. I won't use it because then I won't have it. Yeah, I'll have it in a finished item, dummy. Like, that logic makes no sense. I also don't like buy a ton because one, I just don't buy stuff normally. It's not my go-to personality, but I don't know. If it makes me happy, I like limit myself doing it. It's the stupidest thing. Really trying to work on that. But also back to stash, man, we are really going all over the place today. I know what I have and I know what I don't have. That's the important part because there's another fiber festival in October and I would like to not have a super rigid plan, but just know like, okay, I don't need a rando fingering like skein of yarn. That's, I probably shouldn't pause there. Oh my God. I don't need a random skein of yarn. How about that? In some random colors. Like I don't buy a lot of tonals. Those are always great to have, especially for like color work and stuff. So yeah, it was really nice to see what I have, what I don't have, what I buy and what I don't buy. I buy fingering weight yarn, basically. Everything else is a fluke. So yeah, I'm really excited to like go in there with a plan of what I have. And I really want to experiment more with fibers that I haven't used. Like, love merino nylon blends, they're great, but there's a lot out there and I don't need any more merino nylon blends. Like, okay, I've done that, like what else? So I'm really excited about that. There's also a yarn crawl, the Rose City yarn crawl in February. So I have like time because I also have to save, I'm on a budget. So those are spaced out kind of nice. But I'll be able to make informed purchases, hopefully. I think it'll be really fun though. So that was the point of that project, of organizing my stash. Would you be interested? I wrote everything down because I'm a nerd and I like to keep track of it. Would you be interested in me cataloging that here or in a separate video of what I used? I don't know, monthly? I don't really make a ton, so I don't think monthly would be the best, but maybe like 3, 6 months, year long. See how it changes, the yarn coming in versus out. Is that interesting to other people? I find it super interesting. And like I said, I have all the info written down. Let me know, because we can do that. That's easy enough. Yeah, I think that was all my little stash stats, I guess, challenge. Was I going anywhere else with that? I don't think so. Really excited about the Fiber Fest coming up, the projects I have planned. Yeah, I think that's it for me. And that was much longer than expected. So anyway, I would love to connect with you. Talk to me on Ravelry, in the comments here on YouTube, or even Instagram. Let's chat about our projects, and I'll see you later. Bye.